How's it going, my dudes? Plushling is coming at you, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Okay, I'm sorry. I know I said I was going to do that Ridley video, but I need to get this off of my chest. It seems that toxicity is a problem in video games now more than ever. In particular, the team games, where teamwork is somewhat mitigated by anonymity. So first of all, what is toxicity? That right there is a difficult question to answer, as toxicity is a very broad subject and is not as black and white as some people would like to believe. In the context of Heroes of the Storm, being toxic generally means you have a habit of spreading around hate and negativity, in more ways than one, subconsciously or otherwise. Toxicity comes in many forms, such as the obvious hate messages and shit talk, but sometimes people will intentionally not participate in a match, or in a productive manner, or even be AFK entirely, only moving when the game is about to time them out. Basically, most misbehaviors listed on the report menu is what I consider toxic. But whether or not you agree with my definition of toxicity, one thing for certain is that people need to change the way they deal with it, which is why I'm here. Now let's discuss why people get toxic in the first place, because I doubt most people are that spiteful for the purpose of being hateful. The most common answer I see as to why people get toxic is the fact that they are losing matches one after another. While this can be true for some people, I don't believe that's the end-all be-all reason. Most people in my experience are pretty chill after they first launch the game. Okay, I'll give you an example. Say one person's climbing into Platinum. He's in Gold right now. He's likely feeling pretty good about it, so he goes into Draft looking to finally win that promotion match. He's met by a negative person that, at first, he doesn't give too much thought about. Then, when the match starts and he's being flamed and called out on by said negative person, he begins to feel a little bit frustrated. Then the toxic person starts throwing because he's not getting his way, the people are not listening to him. Now this person has lost this promotion match because of one player who refused to cooperate. Depending on the person, this frustration can be replaced with a desire to win the next draft. If he sees someone picking a hero he does not think is good, he will be rude and call them out on it, rinse and repeat. This is what I like to refer to as the storm cloud cycle. Each player is influenced by another person and gets frustrated, and the chain goes on. The end result every time is toxicity. Yeah, that's all well and good, but how do I actually deal with it, you might be asking? The simple answer is, keep your mouth shut, you butthole! This is honestly one of the best things you can do to stop the aforementioned cycle dead in its tracks. This kind of toxicity feeds off of anger and ego anyways, so not talking to a person who only wants attention is a good place to start. You might still get frustrated that a toxic person is being rude and hateful, and you have every right to be frustrated. Not talking to the toxic person is not about making him stop what he's doing. It's about you not taking that frustration and applying said negativity to other people who may or may not have something to do with your anger. But alas, if only it was that simple. This method helps you not become a toxic butt, however that doesn't stop a different person from getting angry and toxic themselves. So at this point, we're going to need a bit of help from Blizzard. The community is a very powerful place when we all think the same. But even then, Blizzard would have to make a few changes to make this less annoying and time-consuming. The first change is adding an avoid and prefer system, kind of like what Overwatch has. In that system, you can choose to avoid or prefer players in matchmaking, and it works exactly like it implies. If you avoid someone, you will be less likely to be placed in a match with them, and the same holds true for preferring certain players. This, in and of itself, adds its own plethoras of pros and cons that this video can't do justice. The second thing Blizzard needs to do is update its report system, because it does not do its job more than we'd like. All reporting a person seems to do nowadays is occasionally silence them, which only serves to prolong or delay toxicity. And plus, the report system is just outdated. It does little to solve the problem, and the reports themselves can be very cryptic if the user does not send a detailed description. It is also hard to identify which reports are legitimate, and which people are just pitching a fit because someone picked Illidan. What I suggested they do is add a quota on the amount of reports that you can send a day or on a single person. I also implore them to add a requirement to attach a Stormplay file to the report. This will make it easier for the HOTS development team to identify the toxic person and deal with them accordingly. So there you have it. Even if Blizzard makes these changes, it will not solve the problem instantly, so it falls on us to capitalize on the hypothetical modifications to stop toxicity once and for all. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, fellow followers. See ya!